Bom, bora lá, rapaziada, assistir episódio 3 aí da série da Rockstar Energy Drink com os pilotos FREDRIC, AASBO e TUERCK na Fórmula Drift temporada 2022 aí. Mano, sériezinha, coisa fina demais. Pra quem não assistiu os outros dois episódios, volta aí e assiste que, mano, tá muito louco. E já aproveita, se inscreve aqui no canal. Bora assistir essa série inteira. Lembrando que cada episódio é uma etapa, ou seja, a gente vai ter todas as etapas aí da Fórmula Drift. E bora ver o que aconteceu nessa terceira etapa.
Here we go.
Freaking wild.
Rain or shine, these guys are down for a good time.
That look on this face right there, that's game time.
Take that breath and you kind of hold it for 1 split second. This is something else.
Oh no.
Rapaziada, coloquei a legenda aqui, mas lembrando, né, que não traduz aí 100%, então dá pra gente entender o contexto, pelo menos.
We're in Colonial, Florida. The European in me loves traveling through the U.S. and, you know, exploring everything that we've seen in pop culture and in movies and in TV series. And having, you know, come here for 13 years now, I like the diversity. You know, I like all the fusion food and all of that, but sometimes you just need a hearty fill of pancakes and syrup. And right now we're going to IHOP, getting some good all-American pancakes, and hopefully that's the breakfast of a champion today.
So we got Mario, the team jester. We got Matt, the fixer. We got Sean,
The only guy here that's calm and collected. And then we got Steph, the squirrel. He has an attention span like a 5-year-old. We have a lot of fun on the road. What is this? What's this Swedish pancake?
It's kind of like a Norwegian pancake.
Hell
They're
no.
the same thing.
Hell no.
Exactly the same.
And I think at the end of the day, that's what really keeps us going. You know, this stuff is fun. Not just the driving, but you know the
Da hora, hein, rapaziada, ver o AASBO assim na vida alheia dele. Papadax aí, preparador dele, arrastando.
When we're out there on track, it's driver against driver, but when I break something, that's when the crew guys really get to show their skill set, because we typically get only 5 minutes to fix the car. And they have, you know, complete rear hub assemblies ready to go. They've done engine changes within the time between qual and battles. They're just really, really dialed. Normal people, if you destroy a motor, normal people would freak out. These guys just go to work and an hour later I have a new motor in the car.
Isso é profissionalidade, né? Os caras são profissionais de verdade.
Round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, and we are here at Orlando Speed World.
Who would have guessed Orlando would be this hot?
Foi o Dylan Hughes que ganhou, né? Essa?
This
Se
is
não
the
me
one,
engano.
baby.
This is the one. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Here we go with our first turn and burn, our first qualifying run. FREDRIC AASBO kicking off with our current points leader, sticking it to the wall.
I go into each round kind of calculating my own chances. In one way, it's bad because then if I don't feel like I have good chances, I kind of downplay my own confidence.
I mean, that was on autopilot. Wow. Oh, a 94
Mano,
for AASBO.
voltinha.
I came into this round not really having a lot of confidence and belief in us doing well here, so to pull off a P1 qualifying result is huge.
You know, this year they brought qualifying points back, so you get 3 championship points for first place qualifier, 2 for second, and then 1 for third place.
Isso faz uma diferença
So
na
I
somatória
think
de
that gives you
pontos.
something to fight for.
And the talent pool that we have in Formula Drift is so deep that every single qualifying lap matters.
Com certeza.
I get prepared mentally. I get my focus at 100%.
I take that breath and you kind of hold it for 1 split second and then let's go. Let's do this.
Ryan Turk, winner of round 1.
You know, you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders and you're gunning for it. I mean, you only got one lap to really throw it down.
Now look at that hot hatch coming off the bank now.
My driving was good. It was solid. It was consistent. Well, I thought if I laid down the best lap I had that entire day. And that's what you want to do for qualifying.
Going over the jump, little disruption, but now riding that line, and that's what you're looking for. An 88 there for Ryan Turk. Still a very respectable
Está
score.
rápida.
You know, that sucked. That we're really upset. We felt like that score wasn't deserving of the lap that we had.
I am pissed off. What the hell do we have to do now to get a different score? What did I do wrong? I don't get it.
Olha lá, acontece muito disso aqui no Brasil, rapaziada, tá vendo, mano? É em todo lugar do mundo, mano. É que é um esporte de julgamento, né? É isso que é o difícil.
We'll find you in a little bit.
Just tell me what happened.
So maybe it's the same problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not my favorite track. Not enough technical kind of stuff on the track to really make it one of my favorites. That's all.
Oh. Da hora. Olha o narrador aí.
My first event here. Jared Deanda, the announcer here, pretty much the guy that gives everyone their nicknames. They call me the Norwegian Hammer, as I drop the hammer on reigning champ Chris Forsberg.
Number 1, can he make a perfect event? Is he going to be champion?
Formula Drift as a motorsport, it's action sport meets motorsport. I remember seeing it for the first time, Irwindale, California, 2003. It was just a shift in the whole culture of tuner sports. Those that understand drifting love it, and they understand that it isn't about the checkered flag. Some people still scratch their heads like, wait, so it's subjective, and how do you score? And there's 2 runs? Like, what do you mean? The fans that get it, they're like, no, man, like he's right there, and it's about line, angle, style. You gotta break down what the drivers are doing with their WMDs, baby, weapons of mass destruction. So it's gladiator style, man. 2-man enter, 1-man leaves.
É, muito louco, mano.
The accessibility is amazing. For the price of admission, you get to high-five your favorite driver, bro. Come on, I mean, that's sick. I enjoy it because it's family, man. Like, I come here and cruise through high-fives and handshakes with all the drivers, being around since day 1. I feel mutual respect, and sometimes, you know, you could fight and you could bicker, but at the end of the day, we're all in the cause of growing the sport, and rising tide lifts all ships.
O que acontece aqui é igualzinho, rapaziada. É a mesma sensação, mano, com certeza. Que da hora.
So we compete no matter the conditions, rain or shine.
So not only is it rainy, but look at those flags. I mean, they're almost stiff right there.
I think I'm reasonably
lembrei dessa
good
etapa.
as a driver in the rain. So it's just trying to flip my mindset into searching for grip instead of hammering down.
Well, the rain really coming down, accumulating on the track. And this is where it gets interesting because the puddles will absolutely affect the outcome
Nossa.
here. Adam LZ and Frederic AASBO for the first battle.
Back in the day,
Foi feio essa etapa,
fine in the way
rapaziada.
if you could keep it somewhat together and finish the course. But that's not the case anymore. Now everyone's really good in the rain.
Frederic AASBO keeping good proximity, decent angle.
They are driving near on perfectly. They have setups that they turn around.
mais ou
so they get
menos,
great speed and great traction out of the tires in the wet. And that means that we've had to step up our game.
And it looks like Adam LZ, as much as he wants to fight for this, Frederic AASBO
Essa volta
putting
foi
it
boa,
down.
muito boa.
That's going to be all she wrote. And Adam LZ is knocked out.
Até onde eu lembro, mano, muita gente bateu feio aí.
I have a pretty difficult bracket with some tough competitors, so just one battle at a time. Try to just keep pushing our way to the finals.
TUERCK então é o bad boy.
The last 3 rounds have literally been the best setup I've ever had on a car. We just need to start turning over some results.
Here comes Ryan Turk, that Rain-X Toyota GR to roll on.
Dançadinha sem
Jaeger, the Japan Auto Mark IV Supra, lower on the bank.
You just got to do one event at a time, one day at a time. And I try not to think about anything even bigger than that, like, oh, I've never won a championship before in my 16, 17 years doing this. So do I want to? You know it.
A lot of puddles here going through the center section. On that second inside clip, Ola Jaeger definitely, oh, it goes into the side, but TUERCK keeps on going. So fortunately, that could have been a lot worse, but Ola Jaeger shuts it down. Ryan TUERCK advances on into the 16.
That look on this face right there, that's game time. That's I'm going to try to take it all.
With all of these guys out there making their own journeys and discoveries with cars set up, whatever worked the last round, it's not going to work for the next round. So you always got to find every inch of competitive confidence.
Isso é uma parada.
You can't count anybody out.
We've done a good job with balancing the past success with staying hungry and finding new abilities to outgun the rest.
FREDRIC AASBO, the Type S lights are flashing, and the party is on track.
Every single round, it's the start of something new.
É muito diferente, rapaziada. Cada pista os caras fazem basicamente outro carro assim de configuração de setup. Então, mano, é muito competitivo, assim, é muito diferente do que a gente passa aqui no drift brasileiro hoje em dia.
Your time to show up.
Light up the track for
outro
Chelsea
mundo,
Denofa,
é
Ryan
outro
TUERCK,
mundo total, mano.
and clean start, here we go.
At the flip of a switch, you're just pushing for every ounce of performance and skill out of yourself.
Chelsea Denofa high in the bank. Look at Ryan TUERCK work his way up the bank. And now, slamming down to that first inside clip. Chelsea Denofa pulling away from the Long Beach winner. Ryan TUERCK having a hard time.
Ficou pra trás, hein? Ficou pra trás, hein?
Oh, man. What went wrong?
Sounds like TUERCK debeated.
Oh, no, that's not the way you want to go out.
TUERCK vai ficar puto, com certeza.
It's got to be somewhat crushing to lose in that way.
There's only so much that you can control as a driver. And sometimes you have things on track that happen that you just were not expecting. You're always walking that edge when you're pushing your car to its
Quando
absolute
ele passou ali, o pneu saiu da roda.
The flat was just, you know, super hard jolt. So it just grabbed our sidewall, peeled it off the rim, and when that happens, the rule that Formula D has is you're done. You basically get a 0 for that lap, and you're not allowed to put a new wheel on. So that's it.
I mean, everybody was so disappointed. It's hard to come back from one of those things. Running somebody like Chelsea Denofa in a top 16 is like going for a win, basically. So for us, we were fighting for our win right there.
Por uma roda, né? Eu acho que essa regra devia ser revisada, mano. Acho que no Brasil já foi revisada, se eu não me engano, tá? Por que ele não poderia trocar de roda, colocar aí 2 pneus novos, mano? É só o oponente dele colocar também e vai seguir o jogo, os dois vão andar por igual, mano, com o mesmo grip, enfim, rapaziada, não tem o pra que ter essa derrota assim, por conta de um pneu que saiu da roda. Sei lá, né? É chato isso, mas tá no regulamento.
What the f, man?
Here's our first battle of the Grade 8.
Ainda faltou AASBO, né?
And Essa. Let's send it.
AASBO e Michael Essa.
Oh, look at AASBO aggressive. Dives down. Let's see if we can massage
AASBO
it
tá
up.
pouquinho pra baixo, né? Mas
Look at AASBO. What? Are you kidding me? How is the nose of that car invisible? He's a magician.
As we're really trying to hone in on that perfect setup. We knew that we had left something on the table. So we basically turned the setup upside down.
Roll the tape. He was on his right-hand door. He allowed him to pass in front of him and regained composure on his left-hand side.
Another masterclass by FREDRIC AASBO.
Oh yeah, this is what drifting's about. We went from all the way dry to all the way wet throughout top 8, and then it started coming down again.
Our final four is here. Chris the Force Forsberg.
Mandaram até o pessoal sair da arquibancada porque tava chovendo muito.
This is going to take everything we got.
Here we go. FREDRIC AASBO leaving the start line, and we got a clean start. Look at AASBO just barely flirting with that back bumper. So lower
Os caras estão empurrando, hein? Tá rápido na chuva, hein?
I did a decently good job, I think, on the bank, chasing him, but through turn 2, I lost him.
AASBO dropping back.
He was just outgunning us, and I really didn't have anything for it.
Chris Forsberg gets the win.
Not meant to be today. In the dry, I seriously think it would have been a different story, but no opportunity for that today. Definitely not the result we wanted, but hey, we're on the podium. We're in the hunt. We're still in the championship hunt, and very much so. And anything can happen from here. We're nearing the halfway point of the season, and we're getting hungrier.
Que da hora, mano. A sériezinha brava demais, não tem o que falar, rapaziada.
You know, you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders to perform at that level. Every event, every weekend that you have behind the wheel of the car, the goal is to win. There's no doubt about that. And we are going to win by having a very comfortable but fast competitive car to drive and having no mistakes.
Rapaziada, já se inscreve aí, fica aí pro próximo episódio, mano. Vamos assistir aí todos os episódios, né? O próximo é no 8ão aí, ó, o Barion, roda pegando fogo. Da hora demais, rapaziada. Vou deixando esse vídeo por aqui, se inscreve aí, fica pro próximo episódio. É nóis, falou, valeu e fui!